Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy DannyDealz. Thank you for tuning in to Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. I want to thank executive producer extraordinaire Hurricane Lopez for producing the show today. It is April 17th, 2023, 8:19 a.m. out here in Los Angeles. That's about 11:20 out in NYC. Hope it's a great Monday morning wherever you find yourself across this beautiful planet we all share. Coming at you with Un Poco Mas. Want to talk Unity Biotechnology, ticker symbol UBX. That's ticker symbol UBX, traded over on the NASDAQ. I have been a UBX investor for some time. If you know the recent history of the company, made a nice run up into the fours. Um, was holding up there in anticipation of data from the 24-week wet AMD readout. Disappointing data. If you actually went inside the numbers a little bit, you'd see that wet AMD was never the best indication for this drug. It was really a lot more effective for DME right from the start, from the phase one, but also showed promise for wet DME. And in that trial, the control group just had this really unexpected increase in visual acuity that kind of threw off the data set and made it appear that UBX 1325 was awful, when in actuality, the patients on the wet AMD trial had almost no loss in visual acuity over 24 weeks. So I don't really view it as terrible data because the wet AMD was always a lot less successfully treated with the UBX 1325. So it was more effective with DME, but people think still it could be used in combination with another anti-VEGF treatment and still have an effect on wet AMD because they were getting biological activity with the stock. But anyway, so we're expecting within the next week or so, I would estimate 48-week readout from a follow-on study on DME. And this is very, very critical for the company. Now, as you can see, today the stock is up about 19%, and people are asking, is this a short squeeze? Is this institutions coming back in? Is this insiders buying? What's going on? I'm not seeing any filings off the top of my head. Let me pull up a proprietary subscription service to see. No, there's no new filings today. The only thing that happened was last week was they announced Dr. Dannenberg, who's the medical director, is actually leaving the company. He is eligible for one of those double pay deals where he got 9 months of severance, and they probably will sign him to a consulting agreement. This will allow him to transition out of the company. I just think they're trying to trim salaries, trim expenses, and obviously some of what he is paid to do is not going on anymore because they've trimmed their pipeline down to this one product. They're focusing in on getting into the phase 2B test with the UBX 1325 for DME. They've already said they're going to start that test after this 48-week readout. So there's a lot of reasons management has been telegraphing the 48-week DME readout to be very good. Obviously, the 24-week readout was extremely impressive and led to the stock being pumped. But today's stock is up 35 cents or 18% on fairly heavy volume, 500,000 shares. That's only a little over $1 million worth of churn. So this is a really good sign. We're not seeing like a shooting star pattern. I don't see this as a pump and dump. I mean, of course it could be. It could be a very well disguised pump and dump. But what I see here is, people actually buying the stock. It looks pretty good. These buys are coming in steadily. Um, it's very steep chart. I really don't like to see 20% move in one day on no news. Um, if you take a look at the short interest on the stock, let me click on over there. You will note that the proprietary short score 68%. The short interest value has gone down in the last 3 months, but that's only because the stock crashed. Short is estimated at about 10% of the free float, which is up 80% from 3 months ago. Free float on loan 13%, up 127%. Um, Days to cover 4.03, up 350%. Utilization is 100%, and cost to borrow is up 26%. So there is not going to be, I don't think this is a short squeeze per se, unless the data has leaked, and I haven't seen that yet. But again, I don't want to see a short squeeze where you get a vertical line and then it crashes back down and retail is left holding the bag. I would much rather see steady buying pressure where shorts cover and that buying pressure, increases the price of the stock. And it's just, whether they're buying to cover a short position or they're buying to come into the stock, it doesn't really matter to me. Buying pressure is buying pressure, and you want a steady buying pressure that's going to allow a move up in the stock that is sustainable. So I was just wanting to bring you a brief update on UBX. Looks like a very significant move up today, sitting at 18.2% increase, or 37 cents. Looks like we've gone down just a little bit, 35% up today at 2.31 at 8:25 a.m. out here on the Pacific Coast. But give me your thoughts on Unity Biotechnology. Why the huge move today? Are we talking about a short squeeze? Are we talking about data leaking from the 48-week DME? Are we talking about institutions or insiders buying the stock? Are we talking about shorts just getting nervous and covering ahead of the data readout? What are we talking? What are we talking? What are we talking? What do we got? Give me your ideas down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Unity Biotechnology. Not seeing any news today other than expecting the readout any day now because, again, Dr. Dannenberg, who is retiring from the company, but he had mentioned that the data will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and that was several weeks ago. And they said also early Q1, first month Q1. So we definitely expect the data this month. I would almost think we're going to see it this week based on the statements that the company has been making. But in any case, Unity Biotechnology, ticker symbol UBX, making a very strong move up today on Monday, April 17th, 2023. We will try to bring you another update when we get a little more information on what is happening and why it's happening. But for now, UBX, stock on watch. Strong move on moderate volume leads me to believe this thing could be sustainable and there could be some news coming out very, very soon. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. Any questions about UBX, any other penny stocks you'd like to see covered, let us know. You probably know more than I do, certainly collectively. So let's figure out what's happening with UBX. Let's see some good data, and hopefully some of us that have been sticking with the stock for some time actually are able to recoup some of our investment. Again, thanks for watching Un Poco Mas. This is DannyDealz for Hurricane Lopez. Hope you guys have a great Monday. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.